Thank you for plugging into this Family Life News podcast, streaming issues-driven, family-focused news. Welcome back to another edition of Hometown Heroes on Family Life. I'm your host, Bob Price, and our guest this week, Ray Goodman with One Little Meal. Her group is helping find housing for veterans all over the East Coast. Recently, Goodman sat down with her own Brandon Dixon to explain more what her organization is all about.
Well, Ray, I know that you have a wonderful organization here. It's called One Little Meal. Can you fill us in on what One Little Meal is?
One Little Meal is a nonprofit organization. Well, we were established in 2012. And when we started out, we just wanted to just provide meals to children. Then we expanded and we provided meals to men, women, and children. And then now we're looking at a larger project where we just want to provide services to veterans through our housing program. We're opening homes along the East Coast, furnished homes, and we're providing homes to veterans. And most times we're finding that most men that are out there displaced, they're veterans. So we had a board meeting and we came up with maybe we should provide some housing, not in a shelter, quote unquote, but some furnished housing for our heroes.
Well, and one of the, I would say the vantage points that you have from serving this need is being able to see those veterans and their needs up close. So what have you been able to see here as part of serving this community and finding shelter or finding housing for veterans?
Well, we've heard that there's still a huge need because there's approximately 19,000 veterans that are still out there, men and women. So we thought, hey, why don't we just purchase some homes and we can just furnish them and have veterans reside in them. But that became a huge financial burden. So what we decided to do was partner with homeowners who have old homes, who like them restored. We partner with them, and they'd like to rent to One Little Meal, and we, in turn, we invite our veterans to come live there.
And what does that take, putting all that partnership together and getting those resources available? Can you fill us in a little bit on that?
Well, sometimes we just go to basic meetings, just meet and greets, because we never know where we'd meet a homeowner who's destitute about selling or destitute about renting their property. When I'm invited to corporations for presentations, that's an opportunity to speak about the food as well as the shelter. So I take the opportunity, regardless where it is, I take the opportunity and talk about our program. So it's all about communicating in the community.
And I know you guys started, as you mentioned, in Georgia, but you have expanded. This movement has grown. Where is One Little Meal available?
Well, we've branched into Johnstown, Pennsylvania, because we found a homeowner there who's willing to rent to us. So we're helping her restore her property, and we intend to use that as a furnished home for our veterans. So that particular duplex will house approximately maybe 6 to 12 veterans. So we're looking at that as our first home. And I myself is looking for a second home around the corner. I found one this morning.
A very convenient timing.
Yes.
Well, you know, I know that, like you said, you guys are doing a lot of good in the community, but it takes a village, so to speak, to be able to put this on. So how can people that might say, you know what, that really piques my interest, I'd like to try to help out somehow, how can they get involved?
Well, the first thing you can do is volunteer. You can find us on our website, which is www.onelittlemeal. That's the number 1, littlemeal.com. You can fill out a questionnaire there, or you can simply email me at the number 1, littlemeal@gmail.com. We accept volunteers all the time. We'd like to partner with Habitat for Humanity to really get the ball rolling in restoring these homes.
Yeah, I think we can plant the seed somewhere. There's got to be somebody out there that's working with Habitat for Humanity that can help get the ball rolling.
Absolutely.
Well, you've been over a lot of great details here. Anything else that you'd like to add or that we might have left out?
Well, I just wanted to add, not only do we provide housing for the veterans, we also going to have a clinical unit, which is a clinical nurse who will come out and diagnose those who may have PTSD. We're going to provide food staples, so we're going to provide little meals in our furnished rooms, as well as transportation, if they need it, to the Veterans Administration. So this is going to be a small business within a business.
Ray, you knocked that interview out of the park.
Oh, thank you.
That's Ray Goodman with One Little Meal, helping vets in need find homes all over the East Coast. Join us next week as we search for your home, your town, your hero It's Hometown Heroes on Family Life.